You're not going to believe what just unfolded in royal land. This wasn't just a royal event, it was a moment that will be etched in history. So grab your tea, because what Prince William revealed today, it shook the monarchy to its core. Let's set the scene: a bright, solemn afternoon. The unveiling of a statue of Princess Diana. The crowd is buzzing, hopeful, hushed, heart-heavy. And then silence. Prince William steps forward, calm, composed, but you can see it, the emotion simmering beneath the surface. Then he begins to speak. His first words, devastatingly powerful: "One day, I will become king." Don't let that change you. Diana's words, spoken to her son in private, shared now, for the first time ever, her truth, her compass, her legacy. As those words landed, all eyes turned to King Charles, and what we saw, a man unraveling, quietly, completely. A single tear welled in his eyes and fell, breaking not just protocol, but generations of emotional restraint. In that tear was regret, memory, love, and loss. He didn't move. He didn't speak. But for the first time, we weren't looking at the king. We were looking at a father. A widower, a man undone by a voice from the past and a son bearing its weight. Back at the podium, William's voice held steady, but it was drenched in feeling. "My mother's voice has always been my compass. Remember who you are. Don't let power change your heart. Today, we honor love above titles." Each line wasn't just a tribute. It was a challenge, a call to reform, to humanize, to remember. The monarchy, so long wrapped in tradition and stoicism, was suddenly infused with humanity. It was no longer about duty, it was about truth. And then came the moment that broke the world's heart. William paused, took a deep breath, and shared a memory, quiet, sacred, never before spoken. A bedtime moment with Diana, a hug, a whisper: "One day you'll be king." Don't let it change you. No cameras, no fanfare. Just a mother's hope wrapped around her child. And today, that moment became ours, passed from mother to son, now to the world. Then came the line, the one that will be quoted for generations: "I stand here not as a prince, but as the echo of her voice." Mic drop. You could feel it, the air shift, the energy change. Even the statue behind him seemed to glow with her spirit. It wasn't a ceremony anymore. It was a reckoning. And then, in the most unexpected twist of all, William looked at his father. No protocol, no bow, just eye contact. And then he stepped forward and extended his hand. The world stopped, the crowd gasped, even the birds quieted. And then, after a moment's hesitation, Charles reached out and took it. Then they embraced, a hug, public, unrehearsed, real, not king and heir, not monarch and subject, just father and son holding each other under the weight of a lifetime. Tears flowed from the crowd, from the press, from those watching around the world. Because in that one gesture, that silent, history-defying embrace, centuries of silence shattered, but not all hearts in the garden were swelling. Camilla, queen consort, stood still, no smile, no tear, just composed, almost cold. Her expression unreadable, and when the applause erupted, she clapped, but just half a beat too late. Just enough to say, "I noticed." Whispers began immediately. Was she feeling eclipsed? Had Diana's shadow, long banished, returned to reclaim her place in the hearts of the people? Because this day, this story, belonged to Diana, to William, and to Charles. And Camilla, she was an observer. Insiders say she was stunned. Some say she asked quietly, "Where do I stand now?" Others say she began planning her own appearance, a solo engagement, a charity visit, anything to reclaim the narrative. But the palace winds had already shifted, and who, in all this chaos, stood calm and unshaken? Catherine, poised, grounded, silent, yet utterly present. One hand on William's arm, one glance of support. She didn't take the spotlight, she held it steady. She was the silent force that made the entire moment feel safe, strong, real. And a later said, "When Catherine is around, the future feels safe," and honestly, that felt true. So where does this leave the monarchy? Charles broken open by a moment too long buried. Camilla quietly recalibrating her position, and William and Catherine steady, raw, real, stepping forward not just as the next royals, but as the next generation. This wasn't just a royal event. This was a reset, a monarchy no longer just cloaked in tradition, but wrapped in emotion, memory, and humanity, a throne no longer just about rule, but about legacy, love, and truth, and it all began with a whisper from a mother. Don't let it change you, only time will tell where this goes. But one thing is certain, the crown has never felt heavier or more human.